My top 5 fitness accessories. Hi, I'm Jonathan Pritchett with Theology, Geek, Fitness, and in this video I want to go over what I think are the top 5 accessory items you can get for your home gym. And I want to start with number 5, which is going to be gym rings. I think gym rings are going to be a gym in and of themselves, but I think that they are infinitely useful. They can do pull-ups, they can do dips, they can do all of the suspension training exercises that you can think of. So they are in and of themselves a complete gym, but also they are considered kind of an accessory if you have other items in your home gym. So say you have, a freestanding pull-up bar, or a gym in your backyard like a pull-up bar and parallel bars, or you have a rack and a bar and some weights, weight plates, but maybe you don't have a whole lot of dumbbells, maybe just a set of adjustable dumbbells, but you want to do some variety in your exercises. Gym rings go a long way for that. So that would be number 5. Number 4 is along the same lines, which are resistance bands. Resistance bands, again, can be a complete gym workout. You can replicate just about any cable machine you can think of. One slight advantage I put it over gym rings is that if you want to reduce the number of repetitions that you have to do and cut the overall volume in your lower body training, resistance bands are going to be a very cheap way, but yet also quite effective in adding resistance to lower the volume of your lower body training, doing squats, and you can do single leg squats with them. You can do various single leg extensions. You can do hamstring curls. You can do deadlifts. There's all kinds of lower body exercises that you can do. You can do glute bridges or hip thrusts. So resistance bands are going to go a long way as a complete gym for both upper and lower body. Plus, you have them that can for adding assistance to various calisthenics exercises. You can use them to add resistance to those same exercises depending on how you use the bands. They can assist you with pull-ups, they can assist you with dips, but you can also use them to resist your dips or to resist your pull-ups. So they have so much utility there as an accessory to do progressive overload with body weight training. And they also, like the gym rings, serve as a gym unto themselves. But in addition to all the variety you can get with upper body exercises with gym rings, you can also get quite effective leg exercises. And both number 5 and number 4 are excellent tools for travel. Now, number 3, I'm going to recommend grips, whether it's the Angles 90, which is what I recommend, or any of the knockoffs. Grips just, to me, have lots of uses. You can attach them to cable pulley machines. You can attach them to cable pulley attachments. You can attach them to sandbags, to barbells. There's any number of uses that you can use these grips for to give you a more ergonomic handle on various exercises, even pull-ups, or body weight rows, attaching them to bars for that kind of utility. I just think that having a set of grips, they're small and portable. You can take it with you to the gym or whatever. They come in quite handy. So I'm going to put the grips at number 3. Number 2, if you're at a home gym, I'm going to put in a cable pulley, because with cable pulleys, you can start. Instead of just using resistance bands to mimic various cable machines, cable pulleys can create a cable pulley in your own home. You can set it up, if you have 2 especially, to do any number of cable machine exercises, as long as you can find creative ways to mount them. I typically either mount them on my ceiling mounts inside, or at various points on my outdoor pull-up bar. I have clamps that you can attach the cable pulleys to at various places, so that I can alter the way that I'm using 2 different pulleys to set up for, flies, or if I want to set up seated rows or whatever like that. So I think that cable pulleys for the home gym are a must, and it opens up a whole variety of exercises, as long as you have something heavy, even if it's just books or something, and a backpack to use as weight Cable pulleys are a fantastic addition to home gyms. And number one, my favorite fitness accessory that I'm counting as an accessory is going to be ceiling mounts. Because ceiling mounts, to me, I know a lot of people rent and, you know, they don't want doorway pull-up bars because it could damage the door frame or whatever. But ceiling mounts, especially if you have like a grip, you know, like the Angles 90 or whatever, is so versatile. I understand people think the hassle of, especially if they're renters, putting holes in walls or ceilings, but it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, if you're going to mount TVs and pictures and mirrors and stuff like that all over the space you're renting, look, putting some holes in the ceiling or even the wall, if you want to use the ceiling mounts as a wall mount for like a suspension trainer or whatever, but I recommend putting them in the ceiling, especially if you're going to be using gym rings. I have 3 in my house. They're not hard to install. You know, you get a stud finder, you find the beams, you put them in there. If you need to take them out, you just get putty and stick it in there, and it's as, you know, smooth it out, scrape off the excess, and you can't even tell. Maybe if your roof is a weird color, you might need some paint, but usually not. And the putty takes care of it. You just plug the hole, scrape off the excess, and you're good to go. It's not that complicated. Even if you're a renter and if you're putting holes everywhere else in the walls, why not in the ceiling? You can attach grips or gym rings straight to them. You can attach cable pulleys to them. You can attach suspension trainers, whatever. And it just opens up so many, or if you're into yoga and you want the little trapeze thing, you can do all that too. Whatever. They are infinitely useful for that. You don't even need a pull-up bar. You can just use a set of rings or a set of grips, putting them straight onto the ceiling mounts. Whatever you want to do, it just opens up so much flexibility. And I like to use both rings and, you know, obviously, if I have to do it indoors off the ceiling mounts, I do have rings that came with a door anchor if I wanted to use it as a suspension trainer. But I even like using suspension trainers off of the ceiling mounts as opposed to using the door, just because you have all of that space directly beneath the mounting point, whereas you have to angle, and then depending on what kind of angle you want, you come up against the door. If you're trying to lean away from the door but you want a steeper angle, you can't, because at some point, either, you know, you're just backed up against the door. So it's great for just suspension training. And I know that some people put these types of mounts on their wall for suspension trainers, but that gives you the same issue that you would have with the door. So putting it directly on the ceiling knocks that out. And I think that that is probably my favorite, number one, most recommended from me, fitness accessory for your home gym. So there you go. Those are my thoughts. What accessories do you like? Let me know in the comments, and I appreciate you watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. God bless.